What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good myself. I came across an interesting little thought experiment the other day. It's something about climate change. Now, this has nothing to do with the story that we're going to get into, but basically somebody was talking about, all the carbon dioxide that's put out that the climate change people are so pissed off about and all that. Something they don't talk about is how much trees and plants and all that, how much carbon dioxide they actually absorb could easily offset the carbon dioxide that we're putting out. All we got to do is plant more trees. The more and more carbon dioxide we put out should offset the carbon dioxide, right? You would think that, but yet you hear none of them ever talking about it. Just something to think about, some food for thought, if you will. Now let's get into today's story. I got some interesting thoughts on this. Maybe they're not unique, maybe they're obvious, I don't know, but let's get into it. White House says Biden won't pardon Hunter Biden if convicted on gun charges. Now, right off the bat, you might think, well, yeah, why would he? I don't know, maybe because it's his son. You might think, oh, it's a conflict of interest. But who would really get mad at Joe Biden if he pardoned his son? Republicans? Who cares about that, right? Let's get into it. The White House reiterated on Friday that President Biden would not pardon his son Hunter Biden if he is convicted of a crime. When asked if Biden would commute his son's sentence if convicted on gun charges, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said no. This marks the first definitive answer the administration has given since Hunter Biden was formally charged on Thursday, through a similar message was first floated in July. Yeah, so this has been sitting on the table for a while. I've answered this question before, Jean-Pierre said, referencing the July briefing. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear and said no. Hunter Biden was indicted on 3 felony gun charges alleging that the younger Biden illegally purchased a gun while on drugs. The charges could carry a 10-year sentence if convicted. His attorney denied the charges and said their constitutionality is very much in doubt, which on that one I have to agree with. Because, the Constitution states it keeps the right to bear arms. It doesn't mention anything about being on drugs. There's a lot of people that think, oh, well, it's common sense. Now, I would have to agree with, I don't think we should be allowing people who have been convicted of aggravated felonies of any kind to go out and purchase guns. To me, that makes sense. But the whole thing about drugs, I don't really get that one. What the hell do the drugs have to do with guns? We don't do that for alcohol. And to me, alcohol is worse than certain drugs. Like weed. Alcohol is a lot worse than weed. Alcohol will make you do some really stupid crap. Weed, not so much. It's just like, I don't understand the drug thing. And that's specifically what his charges were for. Is he lied about doing drugs. Who gives a damn? I don't find that provision of the Constitution to be constitutional. It wasn't in the original statement, and I don't think we should have that. So I don't think that he should be charged for this. That's just my opinion. But let's keep going. It is a unique and unjustified charge. Hunter owned an unloaded gun for 11 days, attorney Abby Lowell said Thursday. There has never been a charge like this that has been brought in the United States. The president's son is also under investigation by a federal special counsel for alleged tax misconduct and by a House Republican investigation into prior business deal. Special counsel David Weiss stated in court filings that he intends to finalize charges related to the tax misconduct by the end of the month. Republicans allege that Biden used his position to garner lucrative deals for his son. Members of the House GOP have used the claims to push for an impeachment inquiry against the president. Now, that's all to that story. And yeah, there's a whole lot going on with them. There is a shit ton of alleged misconduct by President Biden and Hunter Biden while he was vice president. And to be honest, with all the evidence I've seen, it's going to be really hard for Joe Biden to get out of this unscathed. There's just too much evidence. All the stuff with Ukraine that's going on, Burisma. Hunter Biden was on the board of Burisma, getting like $80-something thousand a month. They were being investigated by the Attorney General in Ukraine. That's who Joe Biden got fired, threatening to withhold $1 billion in loan guarantees, congressionally approved loan guarantees at that, threatening to withhold it if they didn't fire that guy. It's a big mess, and it's, like I said, it's going to be really hard for them to get out of that one. I don't see him getting out without some kind of something happening. And in my honest opinion, the impeachment inquiry is going to go nowhere. They might vote for an impeachment, but we all know the Senate is just going to boot it out. It's going to acquit him. However, that is going to go on his record. And by God, we really need to get Biden out of the White House. It's just too bad. There's just too much stuff going on. They're gloating over the economy right now, and I can't see where the economy is doing any good. Prices for everything are still really high, and it's just not looking good for the economy right now. There's been banks going under, stocks have been going way down. It's just not looking good. And these scandals on Biden just keep piling on, and I don't see him getting out of it. That's just my opinion. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And, should Biden pardon his son? To me, I think he should. Because, like I said, I agree with that attorney. I think that provision is unconstitutional. But, people disagree with that, of course. But, like I said, that's my personal opinion. I don't think that if you're doing drugs, they should be able to deny you a gun. Just doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, it makes sense if you're a convicted felon with aggravated charges, sure. But the whole drug thing just doesn't. It kind of makes you wonder why, too. Why is he not saying he would pardon him? Why? I mean, is it because of political reasons? If so, what kind of fucking message are you sending to your son that you are willing to sacrifice your son for political power? That's terrible to me. That shows more corruption in the Biden administration. The only thing I can see is that he agrees with the laws as they stand, that his son should not have lied about doing the drugs to get a gun. Therefore, that would be the only thing. But even still, a parent should be able to look past that and pardon his son, mind you. It just doesn't seem right to me. Something's not adding up here. It just doesn't make any sense. And it just, like I said, it seems to me like he's doing this just for political power. Because he doesn't want people to look at it like like he's doing it just because it's his son. Which, like I said, in my eyes, why the hell not? It's your son. Pardon the guy. Jesus. Don't worry about what people think. That is a big problem in our society right now. Too many people worry about what other people think about them. Who gives a damn? Hashtag cancel culture. Thank you. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching. Can't really talk all that good today. I've screwed up a lot. But if you're still here, I really do appreciate it. it's been a blessing to have my channel going like it has been. But thank y'all. Have a good one and be positive. Peace.